Hello, coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of US quarters. Specifically, we're going to look at the top 5 most sought after US quarter dollars. These coins are not just everyday change, they are historical treasures and collector's gems. Let's get started. First on our list is the 1932D Washington quarter. This coin marks the beginning of the Washington quarter series and is highly prized by collectors. Only 436, 8,000 of these were minted in Denver, making it one of the rarest quarters in circulation. The 1932D Washington quarter is particularly valuable in higher grades, with mint state examples fetching thousands of dollars at auctions. If you ever come across one, make sure to handle it with. Next up is the 1896 S Barber quarter, designed by Charles E. Barber. This coin is a part of the Barber Series 9, making it a rarity among Barber quarters. High-grade examples of the 1896 S Barber quarter are incredibly rare, with some specimens selling for tens of thousands of dollars. This coin is a true testament to the artistry and history of US. The $quarter coin, worth 25 cents, has a rich history that dates back over 200 years. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage with a bit of context. Back in the late 18th century, the newly formed United States was in need of a stable and standardized currency. In 1792, the Coinage Act was passed, establishing the U.S. Mint and the first official coins of the United States. Among these early coins was the $quarter. The very first $quarter were minted in 1796, featuring the draped bust design by Robert Scott. These coins were made of silver and showed Lady Liberty on the obverse, with an eagle on the reverse. These early quarters were quite different from what we see today. They were larger in diameter and had a more classical design, inspired by the neoclassical art style popular at the time. Over the years, the $quarter has undergone numerous changes in design and composition. Let's take a closer look at some of the key designs that have graced the $quarter, and that brings us to the Washington quarter, which we all know and love today. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th. The United States half-quarter dollar coin, also known as the 25-cent piece, has a rich history that dates back to the late 18th century. Over the years, these coins have seen many design changes and have been minted in various conditions. Today, we're going to break down the different conditions these coins can be found in and what factors influence their value. First, let's talk about the terminology. When it comes to coins, condition refers to the state of preservation and quality. Collectors use a grading system to describe a coin's condition, ranging from poor to perfect mint state. Let's take a closer look at these grades. When examining your coins, pay close attention to the high points of the design, the edges, and the overall clarity of the details. These factors will help you determine the coin's grade. Value due to the lack of silver, some modern issues, especially those in mint state or proof condition, can still be of interest to collectors. Condition coins in better condition, with minimal wear and strong details, are generally more valuable. 2. Rarity coins with lower mintage numbers or those from specific years and mint marks can be worth more. 3. Historical significance coins with historical context or those tied to significant events may carry a premium. 4. Demand. The market demand for certain coins can fluctuate, influencing their value. For example, if you have a 1932D Washington quarter in excellent condition, it's both rare and in high demand, which significantly boosts its value. On the other hand, a common date, heavily worn Washington quarter might only be worth its melt value if it's pre-1965. Coinage. Moving on, we have the 1916 Standing Liberty quarter. This coin is famous not only for its beautiful design by Herman A. McNeil, but also for its extremely low mintage of only 52,000. It's the first year of the Standing Liberty series, which the 1916 Standing Liberty quarter is a key date for collectors. In top condition, it can command prices well into the 6 figures. Its historical significance and aesthetic appeal make it a must-have for serious numismatists. Number 4. We have a coin that's famous for its era, the 1937 double die obverse Washington quarter. This error occurred during the minting process, resulting in a noticeable doubling of the design elements on the coin's obverse. The 1937 double die obverse is a fascinating piece for collectors who are interested in minting anomalies. Depending on the severity of the doubling and the coin's condition, it can be quite valuable. Always check your quarters carefully, you might just find a hidden gem. This quarter is a part of the 50-state quarters series, which was extremely popular with the public. The spitting horse error has caught the eye of many collectors and can be worth much more than its face value, especially in uncirculated condition. And there you have it, the top 5 US $quarter that every collector should know about. Each of these coins tells a unique story and holds a special place in the history of American coinage. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more numismatic adventures. Also, let us know in the comments which coin is your favorite, or if there's a coin you think should have made the . Let's begin with the half-dollar coins, specifically the Kennedy half-dollar. This coin was first minted in 1964, following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The 1964 Kennedy half-dollar is particularly special because it was made of 90% silver, which adds intrinsic value due to the precious metal content. The value of a 1964 Kennedy half-dollar can vary based on its condition and the current silver market. As of today, a circulated 1964 Kennedy half-dollar might be worth around $10 million to $12,000,000, but uncirculated versions can fetch even higher prices. If you come across a proof version, it could be worth significantly more. Post-1970 Kennedy half-dollars are made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, while they hold less intrinsic. Anniversary of George Washington's birth. This design by John Flanagan became so popular that it remains in use, with some modifications. To this day, the 50-state quarters program was a huge hit, bringing coin collecting into the mainstream and giving people a new reason to look closely at their pocket change. Each state had its own unique design, celebrating its heritage and history. The America, the beautiful quarters continued this tradition, focusing on national parks and significant natural sites, giving us a new appreciation for the beauty and history of our nation. Now, let's talk about the composition of these coins. Originally, quarters were made of 90% silver. However, due to the rising cost of silver, the Coinage Act of 1965 changed the composition to a copper-nickel clad, which is what we use today. These changes were necessary to keep the cost of producing the coins reasonable and to prevent people from melting them down for their silver content. Today, quarters are a vital part of our currency, used in everyday transactions and a beloved collectible for many. With new designs like the A.